NBA super agent, Rich Paul. Remember the era of the super agents, like Art Tellem and all those guys? Well, clearly there was a coordination with Chris Bosh and with Wayne to come together as a trio and make that a championship caliber team. Whereas in LA, there's less of a ready-made situation. You've got young talent there that has potential, but not the other superstar that was built into the equation, kind of baked into the decision. So I don't know if you can quantify it, but in terms of where the priorities were basketball-wise, business interests, lifestyle, etc., how did that work?
Well, you know, to be clear, no one really knew what we were doing and what we wasn't going to do. You know, there's a lot of speculation out there. Of course, yeah. We don't have sources, you know. For those that do talk to myself, you know, I gave them as much information as I could. But for him, it was just a basketball decision. You know, I think it was one of the biggest challenges this year. When he went to Miami, it was about winning the championship. When he came home, it was about delivering a promise. This one, you really had no footing. It was basically about what he wanted to do and what made him happy. And he earned that, you know, being in his 16th season. You don't have athletes in your 16th season, you're the #1 free agent.
No.
That don't happen. No, normally in your 16th season, they're trying to push you out of whichever league it is that you're playing.
Or you're a complimentary veteran.
Yeah, or you don't take a step down, or you don't get there. You know, exactly. So my advice to him was, do what makes you happy. Let me do my job in helping you understand the landscape, and you tell me what's important to you. And so I had his board ready, and you know, and the teams that he looked at, and for guys like Ben Simmons, it was the reason why he looked at Philadelphia, but ultimately he chose the Lakers. And there was no, people say, well, it's about movies, it's about this. It's LeBron James. He's already a global entity, so it wasn't necessarily about that. Now, obviously, if that's what you're into and you're on that platform, it enhances it because everyone's there. But that wasn't part of the decision to go to that. It was, it's a challenge. I thought this was the biggest challenge, you know, going to a place regardless everyone thought it was what it was going to be because this guy went or that guy went. No, and he made the decision to go, and so we'll see what happens. You know, he's excited. You know, I think they're excited, and that's all that matters in that regard.